Second movie I saw was 300 Rise of an Empire. Now, with 300, I was a big fan of that movie. It definitely is a really fun action flick. And it helped launch the careers of Gerard Butler and also Zack Snyder. Zack Snyder is a guy who I really enjoy, and the 300, in my opinion, is probably his best movie, other than maybe Dawn of the Dead. Um, Zack Snyder is a guy I have any time of day for. He has the same problem with all his kinds of movies, and the fact that um, he loves style more or over substance, and the fact that he doesn't really exactly have great characters, but he's a guy that I enjoy a hell lot more than say somebody like Michael Bay, who has that same problem too. Hell lot, I definitely enjoy Zack Snyder a hell lot better than Michael Bay, but um, I even like movies like Sucker Punch of his. He definitely Sucker Punch is a movie that I knew what I was getting into just from the trailers, and that's exactly what I got. So I had no problem with Sucker Punch. Um, and the one problem with the sequel going in is the fact that, honestly, after I saw 300, I didn't really think there needed to be another one. Um, I like, even though the movie it does end on a cliffhanger, it didn't really make me desiring to see another one. And I was like, and especially one that took 7 fucking years to make. I mean, really, if you're gonna make a sequel to a successful movie like 300, why take 7 fucking years to make it? I don't understand that. Somebody could explain that to me. Why the hell it took 7 years? The only thing I can think of is that Zack Snyder wanted to direct it. I did hear that he did want to direct it, but went on to do Man of Steel instead. Maybe that's the only reason why. But if anybody can tell me otherwise, I want to know why. And actually, this movie was supposed to come out in August, and it got pushed back for some reason. I don't know. Um, and the trailers for this movie make the movie look fine. I didn't really have really any big opinion on the movie after every time I saw the trailer. I was like, it looks like 300, a sequel to 300, has the exact same look, but it was being directed by a different director. And, it looked pretty and it looked like it could be entertaining. I was like, maybe this will be just as good as the first one, or maybe it'll be a really shitty movie. Really shitty sequel. And surprisingly, this movie earlier this week was getting really good reviews. And it kind of intrigued me. At one point, I saw critics say it was better than the first movie. And I was like, really? Like, that's kind of shocking. But yeah, like I said, I was that kind of made me intrigued a little bit. And you know what? I'm gonna maybe get some shit for this, but I fucking love this movie. This movie was awesome. This movie is just as good as the first one. In some ways, it's better than the first one. I know that's gonna get people pissed off for me saying that. There's one thing about this movie that this movie does better than the first movie did. I'll explain that in a minute. But yeah, this movie, if you're a fan of the first one, you'll fucking love this one. I can almost guarantee it. This movie is fucking awesome. The one thing that this movie does better than the first one is the fact that this movie has the most awesome villain, one of the best villains I've seen put on, female villains I've seen put on film in a while. Eva Green in this movie, I've heard a lot of people, of all the praise I've heard about this movie, the most I keep hearing is about Eva Green. There is no, there's no, I can't explain how awesome she is in this movie. She is fucking badass. And like, to the point that at one point in this movie, I actually wanted her to win. I was rooting for her because they actually give you a backstory. Make her a three-dimensional character. You kind of understand why she's doing the shit that she's doing. Like, they give her the backstory of the fact that her mom was raped and murdered, and so was her dad, and then she was sold into slavery, sex slavery, by the Greeks, and was fucking raped when she was little. I mean, there's scenes like literally. There's a scene where uh, the Greeks are killing her father while raping her mother at the same time. It's really fucked up. There is like it literally. I mean, it's like in the shadows it's being done, but you can tell what's going on. And then it cuts to a scene where a Greek is pulling down his pants basically in front of her as a child, and they basically leave her for dead. And you understand why she hates Greeks so much, even though she was raised as Greeks. But her character is fucking awesome in this movie. I give her so much praise in this. This is probably going to be the breakout role. I love Eva Green. I'm hoping this is going to be her breakout role. And I hope, because she is just awesome in this movie. I thought, my problem with the first one was that Xerxes was not exactly a really threatening fucking villain. He is in this movie too. He's in this movie too, but she's more prevalent than Xerxes is, and thank fucking God. Xerxes, I couldn't believe would be a fucking menacing person. I mean, I can't take him seriously, really, with all that fucking weird shit he's wearing. Also, if I'll get more into about Xerxes in a little bit, but I did like one thing I will say that's I like the first one about the first one more than this one. I liked Gerard Butler a lot more than I liked the lead in this movie. I don't know who played the lead in this one. He was fine. I'm not saying he was bad, but he's not as charismatic and as memorable as Gerard Butler was. And he kind of, at one point, starts like copy and pasting speeches from the first movie, which kind of gets annoying. He kind of has almost the same kind of speeches, but he's alright in this movie. He is pretty fun, and I liked some of the interactions between him and Eva Green. Lena Headey's in this movie very, very fucking briefly, even though she's very prevalent in the trailers. That's one problem I had with this movie. And I wanted to see... We get to actually see at the end Lena Headey kicking ass, which is always awesome. I love Lena Headey. And she's... The scenes she's in, she's very good, but I wish she was in this movie more. A lot more, because her character's awesome. I wanted to see her and Eva Green fight. That would have been awesome. But it's just because they're two great female characters. I'm gonna give Eva Green so much praise in this movie. The movie's also very well directed. I don't know what this guy has done before. Noam Furrow is what the hell his name is. I don't know how to spell his name. Say his name. Maybe I'm saying it wrong, but his name's Noam Furrow. I don't know what else he's done. I mean, I think he's really an unknown. He competently directs this movie. He doesn't... Again, any director that can keep her camera still and not go all fucking shaky cam is great. And he doesn't do that in this movie. He definitely has some really awesome action sequences in this movie. All the action sequences in this movie is 300 in the water. It's basically like the Navy version of 300. That's all that the movie, the big action set pieces take place on. And that's fine by me. They all look very impressive. I like some of the battle scenes in this movie. They're pretty cool. I like the ways that, like, the ways that the Greeks were winning the battle were pretty cool. Like, they were kind of creative, actually. Really fucking creative. The one battle that frickin' Eva Green wins is actually pretty creative, too. I was like, really? I didn't... That was kind of interesting. I was interested. I was actually really interested in this movie. I didn't know all the, history of what really happened. So, I was invested in this movie. I wanted to see how this would end. Honestly, I was towards the end really wanting, even though you're supposed to be rooting against Eva Green. I wanted to see Eva Green succeed because I wanted to see more of her character and maybe in future movies. Yeah, she was like I said, the battle scenes in this movie are great, and they were competently directed, and like this movie has the style of this movie is great. It has the same over the top violence as the first one. It looks exactly like the first one, in the fact that it's very pretty. And yeah, this movie has one of those things that I always complain about, and that is CGI blood. And there's a lot of CGI blood in this, but that was a lot prevalent in the first one, so I have no problem with that. And it's also a very over stylized film that's not very realistic, and it's not supposed to be taken for realism. And I was fine with the CGI blood. It's one of the few times I'll actually ever be fine with that with a movie like this. Yeah, this movie was fun. I'm trying to think what else I can talk about. I guess if I could get into one negative, it does kind of repeat some of the tropes or like the plot lines from the first one. Like there is like a father-son story going on like the first one. Like I said, there are some speeches there kind of felt like they're copied and pasted from the first one. Like I said, there's a father-son relationship that you kind of see. Like there's a father that doesn't want his son to go into battle with him and ends up secretly joining the army despite his father telling him no, stuff like that. You've seen that from the first one. This movie does have some, like I said, that's one of the weirdest sex scenes I've ever seen. What is up with Eva Green having some weird sex scenes? She had a really weird sex scene in Dark Shadows. She was great in Dark Shadows. I didn't care for Dark Shadows too much, but she was the best part of that movie. There was a weird sex scene between her and Johnny Depp in this movie. There's some really fucking crazy sex scene with her and the main guy. That was interesting, and I never. This first movie that Eva Green she's nude in this movie. If anybody's interested, I have no problem with that. But yeah, she's like that was really weird. I'm trying to think what else I can talk about. I don't want to give too much away about this movie because it's a lot of fun. This movie does end on a cliffhanger, another cliffhanger. That it's open for a third movie. By God, I want a third movie. I wasn't saying that after the first one. I want a fucking third movie. And by God, don't take 7 more years to make it. I want fucking 2021. I guess we'll be getting another one. I hope not. Maybe even, hopefully, they can get Zack Snyder to come back and do it. Although he's working on Man of Steel 2 right now, so I don't know if he'll be able to. Yeah, I'm hoping. I want to see. I'm sure this movie will succeed enough that they'll make a sequel, and I hope it does. So I want to see the conclusion to the story because I don't know all the history about it and stuff like that. I don't know who won in the end, the Persians or the Greeks. I want to know. I kind of want to know. If I don't get a third sequel, I could always just look it up and see who won. Because like I said, it does leave it open. Because by the end of it, you're still Xerxes is still around, and so it's still left open. What, it's kind of left open that they're going to go after him next. Oh yeah, I guess I forgot to talk about Xerxes. Xerxes, this movie is kind of misleading. I thought it was a sequel. I keep saying it is a sequel, but also it's really a prequel too. And also it takes place at the same time as, for the majority of it, it takes place, about 98% of this movie takes place the same time as the first movie. It's like Saw 4 all over again. Like Saw 4, how Saw 4 took place during Saw 3. It's kind of like one of those movies, yeah. It's kind of funny to compare. But yeah, it has that. Damn it, I'm trying to think what else here. Uh, damn it. Yeah, like it's a prequel and like it's taking place at the same time as the first one. That's what majority of it is. It gives more of a backstory of Xerxes, and which was kind of interesting. Like, I was like, why didn't they put that in the fucking first movie? That would have made maybe a little bit more helpful. Maybe actually would have liked the character a little bit more, but it gave him more of a reason why he's doing this shit. I like the part where I did like the part where this is kind of funny. Like he goes into that cave of hermits and becomes like to become a god king or whatever at the beginning, and he goes in with like a full head of hair and like nothing on his face or his jaw or anything like that. He goes in there. He goes into this river with a full head of hair and everything else. Comes out. He's bald. Got jewelry all over him, like you see in the original. I'm like, the fuck did he do to him in that water? What did that water do to him? Like, that's like, what the fuck? I thought that was pretty funny. I was kind of chuckling about that. I don't know. Yeah, I liked even him. Like I said, even him I found okay in this movie because there was minimal of him and more of Eva Green. That was smart. That was very smart. Like I said, I just didn't find him fucking threatening at all in the first one. He just looked like a very weird. Yeah, seriously, tell me that guy looked threatening. Even his voice sounded stupid. But yeah, again, Eva Green. Maybe you gotta go, why wasn't Eva Green in the first one? That would have been better. Why didn't they just tell that story instead? Damn it. I guess that's all I gotta talk about this movie. Go see it. If you love the first one, go watch this one. You will like this movie. Trust me, I liked it a lot. Trailers I got a lot of new ones too. I got a lot of new ones with both movies. I got the Godzilla trailer, new Godzilla trailer. I saw that online a few weeks ago, and that looks awesome. That does look awesome. I'm sold on that. That's one of the movies I'm looking forward to a lot this summer. I got the same X-Men Future Past trailer that I've been getting for the past few months. I wish we would get a new one. I like that trailer a lot, but I'm just like, goddamn, can't we get a new one yet? I mean, the movie comes out in May. I got... the hell is that? Transcendence? That one of Johnny Depp? That looks weird. I don't know what the fuck is going on in that trailer. Like, Johnny Depp he's like trying to build this machine that will help cure cancer or something like that. And like there's this terrorist organization that's trying to stop this machine from being built. I don't know why. Because it sounds actually like a really good thing. It sounds like almost like a Terminator-esque kind of plot. I was thinking that the machines would take over or something like that. But then Johnny Depp dies and becomes part of the machine. Something weird like that. It was really weird. It looked like it could be Johnny Depp going back to doing a really good role again. I haven't seen him do a good role in a long time. It looks like he might be really good in this. Yeah, that actually looks pretty good. I don't know what's going on in that trailer, but I'm kind of intrigued. I mean, the trailer intrigued me enough. I want to see that movie. They got fucking Transformers. I didn't get the Sin City trailer, which I was pissed. I was like, really? That's another movie. Why does that take you 9 fucking years to make? But yeah, I got Transformers. I want to believe that movie will be good because it doesn't have Shia LaBeouf anymore, and it's got Mark Wahlberg instead, which is a way better lead. But the ship sailed on that. I don't care. I just don't care about Transformers. I didn't care about really the first 3 movies. So, woohoo, Dinobots! I didn't grow up on Transformers anyways, so I'm not one way or I just didn't care for those movies that much anyways. I'm thinking I'm forgetting something else that I got. Deliver Us from Evil. I got that trailer. Uh, I don't know what's going on. That's one of those teaser trailers. It was just a teaser trailer that really didn't explain what was going on, but it was creepy. It was a really creepy trailer. I'm kind of like intrigued. Like, all right, I want to see what's going on in that movie. Like Eric Bana, some evil force haunting his daughter. It's based off some true story. It's being directed by a guy who made Sinister, which I really love that movie. Um, I think that's it on trailers I got. And I got Sabotage trailer, which I'm sold. Anyways, it's like, it was a restricted trailer. It was a really fucking violent trailer. I mean, that movie looks like it's going to be really violent. David Ayer and Arnold Schwarzenegger movie, I'm sold. David Ayer is the guy who made End of Watch, which was one of my favorite movies of 2012. So yeah, I'm kind of interested in it, even though if it's being written by Skip Woods. Don't know who Skip Woods is? He wrote Die Hard 5. There you go. Yeah, I guess that's it. Before I get off here, from this point forward, I got I don't. My reviews won't be always coming out on Fridays. As you've noticed, this is a Saturday. I probably won't be posting this till Sunday, but I recorded this on Saturday. I officially have a new job. Because of that, I'm not going to be able to have Fridays off anymore, all the time anymore. And it's going to be working long shifts, so and late in the days, so I might not always be going to see movies on Fridays. And my reviews will be coming at random nowadays. From this point forward, it will come on random days. It will be kind of unpredictable when it does. So I'm going to continue doing these reviews, even though I got another job. And I'm going to be working 2 jobs now. I'm going to be doing these reviews still. And next week is my 1-year anniversary of being on YouTube. And that's a big deal to me. I've been doing these on YouTube for 1 year, and that's really cool. And I originally was going to let the people pick a movie. People pick a movie for me to go see. But I have decided that I will next week finally see the movie that I've got a lot of requests to do, which is Lone Survivor. So next week I will finally have a review for Lone Survivor, which I know a lot of people want hear my opinion on it. So it's about time I finally go see that. So I'll be back next week with that. Probably I'm gonna try to get it done on Friday, definitely, because it's the 1-year anniversary. But if not, it'll be sometime next week. So I'll talk to you guys later.